Okay, so today I'm just gonna be talking about angles and just estimating angles. So let me just I just want to get a different paper here as well before we go on to the big paper. There we go, just take this one. So with estimations, we would usually just have this in mind. So this would be 90 degrees, that's a right angle. This would be 0, that would be 180 degrees, just an example. So anything that is kind of this way is going to be acute and anything that way is going to be obtuse. But if I have something that's exactly in the middle there, it'll probably be around 45. If I have something that's more like there and there, if this one and that one and that one, if they're all the same, then this should be 30 and that one over there should be about 60, just because 90 divided by 3, 1, 2, 3 is going to be 30. So it's just like kind of gauging where it is. So here I have an example. So this one is quite easy to estimate. It's 90 degrees. It might be 91, might be 92, it might be 89, but 90 degrees is going to be a very good estimate. For this one, this looks very much halfway between 90 degrees, if 90 degrees were to be there. So I would say this is about 45 degrees, that's my estimate. And this one is, 90 degrees is going to be straight up. So this is a little over the 90 degrees. I'd say it's maybe about 10 degrees over. So my guess here would be this is 100 degrees. So it's just kind of gauging where that line is. If I had a different line, let's say I drew a line like this and like that, then I'd say, okay, well, let's say that was about 90 degrees. That's 90 degrees. So my guess would be 90 degrees plus about 45 degrees. So this one I would estimate is maybe 135. So we can measure and see how close I got to that. This is 135 degrees actually. This is 145 degrees. So I'm about 10 out, but it's still a very good estimate. It's in that range. I didn't guess 20 degrees and I didn't guess 170 degrees. It's in range, and that's why it's called an estimate. So why estimations are really important is when you use a protractor, it's really it can be you can easily get confused by using the inside or the outside. I see a lot of learners or students do the following. So if I tell them, look, measure or construct a circle with or not a circle, an angle of 20 degrees, then they line everything up and they start counting here, 0, 10, 20, and they make the dot and they tell me, okay, great, I've constructed an angle. This angle is 20 degrees, and they don't even think about it, but what I see is that part, and that part is not 20 degrees. What they actually did is they measured from the different side, they measured this side, and this side will be 20 degrees. So that angle is 20 degrees, but this one is going to be 160 degrees. So if they did their estimations right, they'll know if they construct an angle that's this huge size, it would never be 20 degrees. So just measuring afterwards and then kind of using your estimation and gauge, saying, okay, does this make sense? Can this really obtuse angle be 20 degrees? And the answer is probably no. So that's why estimations are important, to check our answers. Obviously for other things as well, but it's mainly to just make sure we have a rough idea of how big angles are.